Would it be odd to do a cook, then catch, instead of a catch and cook? Like usually you catch and then you cook, but would it be weird if I cooked, then caught? Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode. My name is Sam Sobi, and today's video is brought to you by Shore Lunch. If you're not sure what Shore Lunch is, you're definitely living underneath a rock. It's awesome breading batter mix that you can cook your fish or a variety of other food in. And today, we are cooking fish in none other than Archie's Palace. So from where I'm standing right here, I actually live maybe 5-6 houses down from Archie's Palace. Archie's Palace is just a small place they have on the lake here. They come down, have a good time. Kids swim off their dock, kids fish. But for the duration that I've lived on this lake, good pals Archie and Karen have basically had our backs the whole entire time. It doesn't matter if it was winter or fall and my washer's broken, Archie's got the piece for it. A semi that's dropping off something at my house spins out and gets stuck in the snow, Archie comes with a skid loader and freaking pulls them out. So to say I have some history with Archie would be an understatement. I've only known Archie and Karen for about a year, but they're about the best neighbors in the whole dang world. And today we're cooking some fresh pike over his fire pit. Hopefully they like it. I'm not the best cook, I'm no Rachel Ray, but I'm doing just a very traditional, simple shore lunch over an open fire. And yeah, so come along, let's cook some fish and then we'll show you the catch. So every time I do shore lunch or cook fresh fish, I bring like a little Tupperware container that I have full of just kind of the bare minimals that I need to cook fish. I'll run through it really quick and then we'll start getting this griddle hot. Number one, paper towels. Number two, I have 2 little cast iron pans. One's really small, one's a little bit bigger. I like having these small little pans. They fit well in the boat and they get hot really, really fast. And I love cooking fish or anything over the fire with cast iron. It holds heat very, very well. Besides that, some fresh lemons, paper plates, a small little cutting board, obviously some shore lunch original recipe. I keep like a bunch of different recipes in here, but I'm trying original recipe today. Plastic fork, some veggies and some beans I just picked up. And besides that, a bunch of good fillet knives. And basically, if you have that, you can build yourself just a small little shore lunch kit. You can keep it in the boat, pontoon, in your truck, anytime you're trying to fry fish over an open fire or just at any whim, then you have everything you need. So let's put a little grate over top of this fire. I think it's really starting to cook. And yeah, let's start getting these pans in the oil hot. So this morning we were out fishing on the lake and actually had pretty dang good luck catching a bunch of nice pike. I've already cut them up and I've actually put them in a little bit of a milk bath. I love putting fish in a milk bath. I feel like it takes out the fishy flavor and it also kind of pulls what's left of the blood inside the meat right out of the meat. I do slit the gills on the fish when I do keep them right away, so a lot of the blood is drained out, but a quick milk bath really does help. So we've got our chunked up pike here. Now we need to cut up the veggies to make our kind of little potato stir-fry medley. All right, potatoes. I'm using just these tiny little red potatoes. I love them. I feel like they cook up really fast. They're delicious. I already washed them really quick. I'm just gonna cut those up into little tiny chunks into kind of our side dish to our fish. 1 onion, 1 green bell pepper, 1 red bell pepper. I'm just gonna kind of dice all that up, make a pile, and that'll be what I put in my other pan, and then I'll cook the fish in the other cast iron pan. Little update, Archie left, I think, to go home and get some food of his own. I feel like he thinks my cooking is just gonna be horrible, which I mean, it might be, but that's why I love cooking outside, is I feel like everything tastes better outside. So if I botch anything at all, people are like, oh, it's really good. And I'm like, oh, it's cooking outside. So the spuds, pepper, and onion are all cubed up. I just kind of cube everything up and I'm just gonna kind of fry it all together. You wouldn't necessarily need to do peppers with your kind of potato medley, but I kind of do it for a little bit more flavor and a little bit more color. So besides that, we've got some tiny little cans of beans. And in my mind, growing up, just fishing up north, doing a lot of different camping and just doing a bunch of different shore lunches on the bank right after fishing, I always kind of had a little potato medley, a little can of beans, and a little fresh fish. And that was kind of my traditional shore lunch meal I always used to do kind of growing up. So to do it again here at the open fire, hanging out at Archie's, it's good. It brings me back, and it's always very tasty. All right, gonna put both the cast iron pans here. I'll probably do the spuds in this one And I'll do the fish in this one. I keep kind of 3 different spices in my little shore lunch kit. I keep an all-purpose seasoning, a Montreal seasoning, and a little bit of Lowry's. I'll probably just put some all-purpose and a little bit of Lowry's on the potatoes, but yeah, it's time to put some oil in there. For frying the fish, I like peanut oil. A lot of people have different opinions on the oil. Peanut oil gets nice and hot, so that's why I like it. Other than that, this fire is cooking, so I don't think this should take too long. Put the beans just right back here. All right, time for the easiest and definitely the best part. Just a little bit of shore lunch. Take it right out of the bag. And I like to put it in a gallon-sized Ziploc bag. I think I'll use all of it. You probably wouldn't have to. You could probably use half a bag. I think 1 bag makes up to 4 pounds of fish, and I only got probably maybe 1.5 pounds of fish. From there, I'm taking the pike right from the milk bath, kind of dabbing it off really quick, and putting it right into the bag of shore lunch. Then I'm just gonna kind of shake it around. I cut a lot of my pike strips just into tiny little chunks. I think it cooks much evener and faster that way. And plus, it's kind of finger food then. Feeds a lot more people when they're kind of cut up into little chunks opposed to just the full fillet. And we shake it up. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Oh, that is hot already, dude. Oh no, it's perfect. I like to start with some thinner strips just while that oil's getting really, really hot. Thinner strips cook faster. These suckers were swimming probably 2 hours ago. When they're golden crispy and kind of floating in that oil, that's when you know they are done. The key is to have the oil really, really hot, and over an open fire, it does not take long. Okay, time for just a little taste test while we cook the rest of the fish. Dang good. Swim them 2 hours ago, cooked over a fresh fire. Money. Archie, talk to me. Give me just a quick story about Archie's Palace and how it came to be.
Well, because my name is Archie, and because they had over the pond a child they named Archie, I became a prince.
How long you been hanging out down here on the lake?
I've been here my whole entire life. I've fished right off of these shores when I was old enough to walk over the hill from where we farmed.
Was there walleyes and was the gills that big when you were a kid out here?
Oh, bigger because nobody ever thought about fishing these lakes back when I was a kid, because nobody thought about coming out to the lake and even putting a boat in until a holiday. And now, boy, as soon as ice is off, there's boats out on that water, and they're catching fish.
Little pro tip here. Anytime you're dealing with hot pans, hot oil, hot cast iron over an open flame, bring an oven mitt in your little shore lunch bin. I promise you, I had a buddy in Canada one time. He grabbed the side of a cast iron pan, burnt his hand. He threw the pan because he forgot that it was hot. Oil burned his whole hand. It was a bad deal. Pack a little oven mitt.
I got 15.2,
Right,
15.4,
Karen, for you first.
15.6, 15.8.
Oh, Jesus
Christ.
If you can't finish, you can't finish. That's okay. What happened first game?
I skunked him.
What's happened second game?
We're just about tied up right now.
Okay, Archie. Rate the fish. How was the fish, potato medley, and the beans?
Plain bush beans, no brown sugar added or anything like that. The medley and the beans were excellent, and I've never had the the fish done like that before, and I thought that was excellent.
Are you just being nice to me?
That walleye just melts in your mouth. The man went out, caught the fish, slaughtered them.
How did you like the fish, Karen?
Oh, it was super good.
It was good, thank you.
It was.
The food was good. Archie and Karen did not hate it, so that's a major win on my end. And yeah, so now this is part of the video we call the catch. Since we did the cook, now we have to do the catch. So potatoes bomb, onions bomb, peppers bomb, fish obviously bomb. Let's go show the catch. We did the cook. Now let's and on to the catch of the freaking elusive, infamous, most diabolical freaking predator in the upper Midwest, the northern pike. The pickerel, the snot rocket, the slime ball. Northern pike are freaking incredibly aggressive. They're absolute freaks of nature, and they love to smash baits. And that's what makes them awesome. And that's what we're gonna do today. All right, before we start chucking and winding, very quick breakdown of some of my favorite pike baits, and I'll talk to you more on the ones we kind of catch them with. So, first and foremost, spoons. Spoons crush it. Old-fashioned red and white, the kind of fire tiger color, amazing. Besides that, small swim baits. Small little storm swim bait, anything minnow profile, anything kind of bait related. There's a lot of little bluegills and perch in this lake, so I kind of try to match the hatch. Beyond that, small little bucktails, small spinners. Terminator makes a bunch of those kind of small spinners and bucktails as well. And don't be afraid to kind of change up your size. I've caught giant pike on small little vibrexes. I've caught small pike on giant vibrexes. So don't be like bigger baits always mean bigger fish. That's not the case with pike. It just seems like if it's got flash and it's a loud color, they're gonna smack it. Beyond that, it's extremely important to buy a variety of pack of wire leaders. Pike have got crazy nasty teeth, so if you're not running a leader, more likely than not, they're gonna eat it really deep and potentially rip your line. I don't care if you've got heavy braided line on, their teeth are so sharp. If you're not running a wire leader, the odds of you losing the fish definitely go up. All right, let's get it on. Here we go, fish on. Fish on the spinner. What do we got? Oh, it's a pike!
Get up here.
Now this, in my mind, is a perfect eater. I'm probably just gonna slit his gills here, put him right in the live well, and then this is the fish we're gonna cook today.
Move ahead, oh my pretty babe, something ain't right. Got to find a way to move ahead. Oh my pretty baby.